Almost every great leader seems to have this in common. They've read number 1 on our list, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book teaches key principles such as fundamental techniques in handling people, 6 ways to make people like you, and how to win people to your way of thinking. It is a life changer, not only because it teaches you how to sell and network easier, but because it helps you with your relationships and gives you the opportunity to make those around you happy. For example, following the advice such as that you can make a great impression on people with a simple smile, showing an interest in other people often makes them more interested in you, or that you should try to give honest appreciation and cut out criticism, condemnation, or complaining, will make people excited to be around you, and you will feel more positive as a result. So, what are you waiting for? Read this classic, if you haven't already. Number 2 is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book tells the story of a man's rich dad, the father of his best friend, and poor dad, his true father, and their different financial advice to answer the question, what do the rich do differently with their money that the poorer people often do not? The key takeaway is that the 1% of the richest people get money to work for them rather than working for money. This means that they use their money to buy assets, which is anything that will increase in value over time, instead of liabilities, which decrease in value over time. If you want to be wealthy, it's about how much money you keep, not how much you make. This book will inspire you to use your greatest asset, your mind, to its fullest potential, and educate yourself financially so you can keep your money once you've earned it and make every last dollar work hard for you. Number 3 on the list is 12 Months to $1 Million by Ryan Moran. Today's favorite buzzword is entrepreneur, and any aspiring business owner has most likely come across an overwhelming number of so-called easy paths to success. The truth is that building a real, lucrative, and long-term business takes thousands of hours of dedication, grit, and hard work. It's no surprise that more than half of new businesses fail within 6 years of opening, and only 5% earn more than $1 million per year. 12 Months to $1 Million compresses the startup phase into a single, fast-paced year, assisting hundreds of new entrepreneurs in reaching the $1 million mark by employing an exclusive and foolproof formula broken down into 3 steps. You should read it if you want to learn how to become a millionaire within the next year. Number 4 on the list is The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. This book will teach you how to live a life where you're free to spend your time wherever you want, doing whatever you want, as part of what he terms the new rich, without actually having to be a millionaire. You can acquire this lifestyle by following a 4-step process called DEAL. D stands for definition. To know exactly what lifestyle you desire. E is for elimination, not doing unnecessary activities that don't contribute significantly to the output you're aiming for. For example, watching too much television. A is for automation, eliminating or outsourcing work that is not essential to achieving your dreams. And L is for liberation, planning mini retirements so you can now start doing the things you've always dreamed of. Read this book if you want the freedom to live life on your terms. Number 5 is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book is based on over 20 years of research. It will teach you how to master your mind to produce abundance. Key habits include using autosuggestion, which will produce an iron belief in yourself to achieve your goals, joining a mastermind group, which will help you succeed quickly, and staying committed whenever you make a decision. It's a must-read for all successful entrepreneurs. Number 6 is Losing My Virginity by Richard Branson. It tells the story of Richard Branson's rise to success, from being an adventurous and competitive child to starting a business as a student and revolutionizing the music and airline industries. The 3 main takeaways are 1. A screw it, let's do it attitude. Branson is always up for a challenge, which has allowed him to take opportunities to start cola, airline, music, and space travel companies. 2. Focus on one thing at a time. Branson has done a lot of exciting things, but giving the maximum effort he can muster to them, one after the other, has helped him to succeed in many of them. And 3. The importance of creativity. Branson tells many stories that display the creativity he uses to grow his business, like when he started a student magazine. He found a way to get free, professional-sounding telephone calls at a phone box. So read this one if you want inspiration from a business legend. Number 7 is The Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco. This book teaches that there are potential 3 ways to wealth, but only the 3rd one gets you there. Slow lane advice is to work hard for 40 years, invest your money in index funds, and retire at 65. Sidewalk advice is to waste your money, not save, and hope to get lucky by, for example, winning the lottery. And Fastlane advice will help you retire in 10 years instead of 40, as wealth is a transfer of value. This method focuses on delivering a lot of value to many people. To do this, you need leverage. You need a business. That is your leverage to be able to affect millions. If you're interested in joining the Fastlane, read it. Number 8 is The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. The Secret is the law of attraction. Here, Rhonda Byrne explains how the law of attraction is one of the most prevalent principles in the universe. In a nutshell, it says to get whatever you want, think about it, and don't think about things you want to avoid. The 3 steps in applying this law are to ask for what you want, believe you already have received it, and then receive it. If you want to learn how to help yourself attain a better future using the law of attraction, read this book. Number 9 is Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. This book is the result of over 50 one-on-one interviews with different financial experts, as well as extensive research by Robbins himself. Through a 7-step plan, Tony Robbins helps readers of all income levels to gain financial freedom by developing their lifetime income plan. This will help you to clarify and achieve your financial goals and put your money to work toward those goals. So if you want to master the money game, this one is a must-read. Number 10 is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. This book argues that habits are an extremely powerful force in our lives. Good habits are essential in all our long-term pursuits, from helping us stay healthy and in shape, to becoming excellent parents and impacting the world around us by building companies and inspiring others. Therefore, by identifying our good habits, removing negative habits, and promoting positive ones through changing our routine, we can change our lives for the better. So read this book if you want to learn how to continue gaining positive new habits. Number 11 is Good to Great by Jim Collins. Collins begins by saying, "Good is the enemy of great." Going from being a good company to being a great company doesn't happen often at all because it's difficult. Using his 5 years of research, Jim outlined the 3 phases a company must go through to go from good to great. First, you need disciplined people, recruiting the right people and making sure they stay focused on achieving excellent results. Then, you need disciplined thought. Brutal honesty about the facts of your company's situation, while still believing your company has what it takes to ultimately succeed. Finally, you need disciplined action. Focus on achieving only what is vital for the company. If you want to take your business from good to great, you should read this book. Number 12 is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. This inspiring book says that to achieve great things and motivate the people around you, you must start with your why, your purpose for doing it. The top 1% of organizations are often those who can clearly say why they do what they do, and not just what they do or how they do it. This inspires people to buy from them and stay loyal to their brand, and they never have to resort to manipulation to generate sales, unlike organizations with no clear purpose. So watch Simon's TED Talk and read the book if you want to gain a better understanding of the importance of an overreaching purpose in your business. Number 13 is The One Thing by Gary Keller. This book explains that the architects of every success story in business always had one major focus. That means focus is learning to say no to unessential things and asking yourself in everything you do, what is the one thing I can do, such as by doing it, everything else will become easier or unnecessary. This will help you to be efficient at producing the things that only you can, counterintuitively being able to do less and produce better results and having more time to enjoy your personal life. If you feel pulled in many different directions in your pursuits, read this book. Number 14 is Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. Here, Brown says it takes courage to be vulnerable in life, and exploring this vulnerability helps us socially engage with others. By coming to terms with and explaining our shame, we can eliminate shame from our lives, lead a better private and personal life, and even become role models to the next generation on dealing with difficult emotions. This book presents a helpful way to deal with the loneliness you may feel as you begin or continue your journey as an entrepreneur. Number 15 is The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. The E-myth is the entrepreneurial myth, the myth that everyone who starts a small business is necessarily an entrepreneur. 50% of new businesses fail within the first 5 years because the owners spend too much time working in the business and not enough time working on the business. Michael Gerber shows us how to grow a business as if we were planning to franchise. His business development process is a plan for making systems in an organization that are ready to go, produce predictable results, and grow in a sustainable way. This book is an absolute must-read if you want a full explanation of how to build a systems-based small business. We hope these books inspire you as you continue to create value for others through your businesses and acquire the financial freedom you desire. Comment on what your favorite business book is below and how it helped you. And remember, if you liked this video, hit that subscribe button and notification bell for more content like this. Thanks for watching The Growth Mindset, and see you in the next one.